at the time when you young, you don't really be knowing what's going on. You just thinking it's just life, what you just was just handed to you.
Yeah.
I remember when spring leaving and my mom at the same time framing of all that, she like, hey, y'all want Christmas or y'all want to wait till tax time to get y'all Christmas?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of them type of things. Like, hey, y'all want Christmas right now or y'all want to wait, you know what I'm saying, next month when tax come, and we can get y'all straight in. So we like, now we want Christmas on Christmas. Yeah. So we not really understanding what's going on. But when January came, we was moving. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get into this episode, I would like for you all to like, subscribe, and leave any comments. I greatly appreciate all those who are part of this fellowship and a part of this team and part of this journey with me and many other guests where we discuss their journey towards their purpose, self-reflecting, so that we all can realize and have self-reflection within ourselves, that we may be able to be inspired, and ultimately to remind ourselves we are not alone in our path to greatness. That's how it feels sometimes in life. Feels like life is constantly throwing jabs at you. Sometimes it throws a hook to you, hits you on a body blow, and it breaks you down and gets on your knees. It says a righteous man falls down 7 times but gets back up. So, welcome today. That's our story today. It's about the fights that we have to endure to get to where we're called to be. So we're going to get into it today. Got a special guest. Let's get into it. Journey Purpose. Hey, man. So, man, we got a special guest here today, man. Mr. USC alumni, Final Four participant, carried that team in so many different ways. He had the help of a lot of different other individuals, but there was times where he had 20 and 20. He was doing things that was unexpected. He was putting the city on his back. Second draft pick to the LA Clippers. First team All-American in high school. McDonald's All-American. From and right out of Lancaster, South Carolina, man. He's got some good journeys coming up for his future. I think he's getting ready to go to Russia. And most importantly, man, out of all those accolades, the base of all that right now, man, is he's a father to a lovely daughter, Miss Skylar Love. We got my boy that'll run across. This man is something different. He is very different. I've been wanting him to come on here for quite some time, but I really believe and see something much greater than what maybe most people see. And for those who do see it, man, they just want him to maximize it. Man, we got my boy in here, Sindarius Thornwell, man. Welcome to the podcast, Journey to Purpose, brother.
Appreciate it, my boy.
How we doing?
Man.
Yeah. What's the day? What the days like for you now when on these off-season stretches? What's the days like going for you?
Shoot, man. Older now, like all season, so now.
Older? Oh, okay. Yeah, you ain't older now. You're just older.
Older now, so I try to chill, bro. Try to take as much time to rest. Try to, I got a kid now, so.
How much?
She's active now.
Okay.
She's.
How old is she now?
4.
4. Wow. Yeah.
But she's she want to do stuff. She into stuff. So
she love daddy too, ain't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
The beauty about kids, man, they don't know nothing but the genuineness of us. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't all that other stuff. They don't know.
Yeah,
anything.
I can't do no wrong to her.
You can't do no wrong.
My mom can't tell no.
Yeah, can't put no bug in her ear. Right. No homegirl baby toddlers.
No matter how long I'm gone, none of that.
Yeah.
When I come back, it's daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real love. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like I tell people all the time, like my homies, they got sons and stuff. I tell them, like, bro, having a little girl is different because when you got a little boy, you don't change your masculine. Like you don't lose that. When you got a little boy, it's still boy. Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't lose that aggressiveness. But when you got a little girl, you can't do that with her.
You gotta be soft.
You gotta change your whole way. You know what I'm saying? It's your whole loving side come out, your whole caring side come out. And that's when you really, to me, that's when I knew I really love somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's nothing she can do that can make me mad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even when she do make me mad, it's like, I feel
You're
bad.
disappointed, but you're not.
I feel bad for getting on her.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I gotta get on her or if I gotta make her cry about something, because I won't pop her, I just like yell at her a little bit or something. Yeah. And catch an attitude with her or something, she is just cry. And I feel bad, like, you know what I'm saying? Go from getting on her to, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, But like your conversation changed. Like you don't talk to you when you see a little boy, you ain't gonna be like, "What's up, baby?" You know what I'm saying? Like when you see him, it's, "What up, little man?" You know what I'm saying? You want to fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see a little girl, "What's up, mama?" Give me a kiss, give me a hug. You know,
a lot of nurturing.
There's a whole different type of love that you got to pass with your daughter that you can't even be, and even with your son, like. You got a son, you ain't gonna change what you do. You gonna have him in every way where you at. What you doing. Watch a girl, it changes how you start looking at stuff. How you walk around. I ain't on that no more. Or I can't even go there because I can't bring my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughter to see that. So I don't. And if my daughter can't see that, I'm at the point now in my life, I'm getting older, so I'm at the point now, I can't be honest with my daughter about what's going on. I don't need to be into it.
And that's huge that you say that. I don't think a lot of people have that maturity when it comes to being a parent, where they don't realize that it's not always about you. You know what I'm saying? You have to really change your image, right? Because you want them to have a certain image. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, fake. You know what I'm saying?
I get on my daughter though. I ain't gonna lie.
You got to though. She got to be corrected and disciplined. You know, the wolves out here in the world.
At the same time, I talked to her like she was a boy. I give her game to like it was like I would have a son. You know what I'm saying? Like our conversations is same talks. You know what I'm saying? Like
giving her the spectrum. She needs to know both spectrums.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get on her and I don't get on her, but I teach her too. So but that's my baby though, for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's dope.
I take pride in her though, for sure.
Damn right you should. You
damn right you own. You don't owe nobody nothing but the people you bring in the world.
That's deep. I like that. You owe nobody nothing but the people you bring in the world.
You don't owe nobody else nothing. And your mama, the one that brought you in this world. Outside of that.
Damn, that's deep. I like that. I don't think I've heard that. I like that. I like that. We got to get that one on. You don't owe nobody nothing but the one who brought you into the world and the people you brought into the world. That's crazy. And if you can't give them the love, then you can't give anybody else love.
If you ain't taking care of your mama right, if you ain't taking care of your daughter right, or your kids right, how you go take care of your woman right?
Or your husband.
Or your husband
man,
right, or your man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if your house ain't straight, ain't nothing else gonna be straight.
Damn, that's deep. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand that it starts within. You know what I'm saying? I think as we get into your story, man, we're gonna learn that everything started within you. You know what I'm saying? And now, it's overflowing where you can give it to others. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna drain. You know, you've probably been through some stuff, and we'll get into that, man. So first off, man, like, tell me about your childhood, man. You grew up in Lancaster, South Carolina. It's about an hour 40. It's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Columbia, in between Charlotte and here, small little town.
Lancaster had one of the biggest plants, if not the biggest plant in South Carolina. And once that plant left Lancaster, it wiped the whole town. Like, it drained everything. Like, the whole black community worked there, your grandma, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole city, nowhere to work nowhere.
Wow.
This plant, that's when the Springs Memorial.
Yeah. Okay.
When Springs left Lancaster, like, it was like the oldest plant in South Carolina type thing. Like, and it was like the biggest plant. It was like, it covered the whole town almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and when Springs left, it drained the whole city. And once that happened, the whole city turned upside down into a war zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the time when you're young, you don't even know what's going on. You just thinking it's just life, what you just was just handed to you. You know what I'm saying? You just living this life. You know what I'm saying? But older realize, like, I remember when Springs leaving, and my mom at the same time frame of all that, she like, hey, y'all want Christmas, or y'all want to wait till tax time to get y'all Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, one of them time period. Like, hey, y'all want Christmas right now, or y'all want to wait, you know what I'm saying, next month for tax come, and we can get y'all straight in. So we like, now we want Christmas on Christmas. So we got to really understand what's going on. But when January came, we was moving, you know what I'm saying? So,
hindsight 2020, you couldn't see.
Mama was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they had to make a decision like, hey, look, bro, we can't get these kids gifts, but we're going to ask the kids. So they asked us, and we was so strong on wanting our gifts that they were like, man, we ain't about to fuck these kids' Christmas up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So they gave us our Christmas, but we had to move. which at that point in time was like the most devastating thing to me because
how old were you at that moment?
I was about 11.
Oh wow, that's
11.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was like most devastating to me because that was my neighborhood. Like that was
where you grew up.
Yeah, that was
Your
my
foundation.
I didn't. Before that moment in my life, I didn't know nothing outside of Langston, and that was crazy because how small it is. You know, I didn't know nothing about. You couldn't tell me about another neighborhood, another person.
City.
If you wasn't from the neighborhood, or if I didn't play football or basketball with you, I didn't know where you was from or nothing like that. I was, because I didn't leave my neighborhood. It was like, I ain't leaving this place. Like, you know, I never had a dream of leaving.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It was like devastating. But
that's even hearing you say all that, man, like, it already goes back to, you know, you're already tapping into where that love came from. You know what I'm saying? The seed of that love was the sacrifice. Your parents didn't put the pressure on y'all to have full understanding. They made a decision based on you all, and they let y'all make a decision. And hindsight 2020, y'all was being like kids and not knowing in the now. I want what I want now. I want it all now. I want to be like the other kids. Christmas today. We want our bikes so we can ride with our friends.
We got all
the seed of that is like love is the God's love is selfless. It's God died. It said God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, and that love is a sacrificial love, and that love is the unconditional love that God has towards the world. And as the world, it'll beat us down where we don't want to give that to nobody, or we're afraid to give that to somebody.
I mean, that would just come from my mom. Though, like my family, just like that. Like I can, like growing up, my grandma just always was that grandma. Everybody grandma.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like my grandma house was that house where, hey, you my homie, you ain't got nowhere to stay. Come on, bro, I bring you my grandma crib. You know what I'm saying? Hey, grandma, bro, ain't got nowhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? He need a boo boo. You know what I'm saying? And she might give me hell, talk shit for a little bit, boo boo, but she ain't gonna say no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna give you hell too and talk shit to you like you me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna be grandma. Ooh, you gonna start calling her grandma.
Yeah.
But I can name countless of people who basically who my family always just like brought in and helped take care of. And just something like that where that's my heart.
Your base, but everything that you saying, man, you come from a premises of love. You know, love without judgment, love without conditions, love without status. It's we're gonna help those in need. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure that we see the person or the people we love win, and we'll sacrifice us on the back burner. So, you know, as we get ready to go further into that, man, you're already tapping into a part of who you're being. And one of the fruits of the spirits is love. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, joy, kindness, gentleness. You know what I'm saying? Suffering, self-temperament, meekness. All right. There's one more I feel like I'm missing. I think it's 9. I'm missing one of them. But so far, you've already experienced love that brought a certain peace to you. You had a gentleness in your family, a certain kindness in your family, which I think later will. Oh, patience is the other one. Is the 9th one. And I think all that is going to contribute to the other factorings of the spirit, which is suffering, patience, self-temperament, meekness. Meekness is pretty much being humble. Self-temperament is pretty much having self-control, you know, of yourself. That, man, we gonna dive into that. So you have a big family connection. So you have some foundation being established to your upbringing. Moving forward into that, what was some of the people? You said your uncles, but what kind of friends?
Bro, it ain't even like I was a community baby.
Okay.
Like I was one of them babies that was really raised by the city, the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can name 100 people that played a part in my growth. You know what I'm saying? Like Sammy, OG Sammy, my cousin, uncle, coach, mentor, whatever you don't want to call him. You know what I'm saying? That's he like that to the whole city though.
Yeah.
Like him, like my uncle was the first sign me up for football, basketball, but then after that my uncle left. But then, like I said, we moved to the apartments. Sammy worked in the plant beside our apartments. The plant had a basketball court, our apartments did.
Yeah.
So we used to have to, we used to dig a hole, like up under the gate. We would dig a hole up under the gate and climb up under the gate. That's how we hoop. You know, and it's like one time my cousin went up under the gate and came up too fast and Dick stabbed him in his head type shit. Like blood gushing out and everything. Like, I'm crying. Like, I'm like, he gonna die. He gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm crying, eating cookies, like, he gonna die. Cause like, I come late. Like, I come running up there late because I'm like, I don't know why. So as I'm running up there, he running past me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he running past me. All I see is just like,
You see red. And you young as hell. You
so I'm
don't know
running
what's
to the
going
gate where
on.
everybody else said, like, who did this to my cousin? I'm like, turn man, like, who did this to my cousin? I'm like, man, nobody gonna die. Who ain't gonna die? Who did this? Like, he went up on it because we had seen it happen before. Like, not that bad. Like, somebody like went up, got like scratched or something.
Yeah.
So we seen like, if you don't do it right, you can get stabbed, poked. You know what I'm saying? So like now I'm at a gate calling. You know what I'm saying? And the piece of the shirt was still on the gate. That's what it was. So I'm like, all right.
Well, what you was gonna do? You gonna fight the gate now? You done found your man.
Nah, man,
You found your man now. What you gonna do?
I wasn't gonna do that shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was a little smaller than that boy. We could probably call it fade.
Yeah.
But that boy was older than me, so
Yeah.
I probably would have got them snuck one on or something.
Nah, shit.
At that point in time, bro, I was like one of them kids, like in the neighborhood, was bad, but was in the sports too. I wasn't like a bad kid. I was just into
Yeah, you just into
so. But anyway, we used to sneak up to this plant, and while the people would be at work, we'd be playing on their court while they at work.
Yeah.
And they started like making us leave, but then at a point in time, the dude, the manager and everything, like Sammy goes back. Sammy worked there. Sammy basically like now let them play. Like I know these kids. At the time we just know them. He would always come to our neighborhood and stuff. Basically, everybody in our apartments played for him in the parking wrecks.
So at this point, was this the beginning of your basketball journey?
Like I'm like 8 years old.
Okay, so this is the beginning of your basketball journey. So this is were you playing basketball or picking up a ball prior to that, or is this?
Yeah, I've always been in the hoop. Like, if you ask anybody in Lancaster, like, we all know Sin had a ball.
Yeah.
Sin kept
Where do you think that came from?
My older cousins. That ain't like just AI. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my older cousins, like, they started like this. Like, my older cousin was good in basketball, so I used to always follow them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like, it wasn't like, no, hey, we're going to teach you. It was more like, nah, if you want the ball, you got to take it from me. So I'd be out there all day trying to take the ball from him.
Yeah.
Be like, God damn, man, just give me the ball, bro. I'm tired of doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you got to take the ball from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the parking lot, he just dribbling through the parking lot. I'm trying to take it. So it started from that then, too. Every morning, before we moved to the apartments, every morning, I had got a basketball goal when I was like 7, 8. I had got a basketball goal. And every morning before school, I just make my grandma wake me up. Like, man, grandma, wake me up before the bus comes so I can go out and shoot. So it started just from that.
Damn, in the morning before the bus comes?
Yeah, like I used to be shooting in the morning, like driveway. Like my daddy best friend lived across the street from us, and he was a UPS delivery. And he used to come out something like he going to work early, and he'd see me out there shooting. Yeah. And he'd like pull over and like rebound for me or like show me something. And he was the one. He was the one that like really was like. Reggie was the one. His name Reggie, and I call him Uncle Reggie. That's my daddy best friend. My daddy best, but Reggie was the one that like told my family like, bro, he can play. Like, hey, y'all need to, you know.
So it sounds like Reggie was the first, not necessarily the first, but he was a pivotal point to see something in you at an early age, which is the start of the.
Reggie was the first person that go to my uncle and was like, "Hey, Dewan, you need to work with him, whatever to play." Yeah. And that's how me and my uncle started working. My uncle started having me in the driveway with one hand behind my back. Yeah, learning. Walking all up and down the driveway. You know what I'm saying? Like
7, 8 years old.
Yeah, like my uncle started having me blindfolded dribbling. Man. Doing stuff like that, like
early.
So
But before we even go that, let's go back to you, man. It's just a testament of you believe in something in yourself, you pick up on something, and it does something to you, and it gravitates to you, but it goes to show that maybe it doesn't show all the way throughout your life in so many ways, but the level of discipline and a beginning seed of love towards the game was being inspired, because for a kid to be that young, to get up before school in the bus in the morning, and
but I always been a kid that like, I ain't never been a normal thinking person though. Like, I ain't never. My mama always, but I seem to be saying crazy stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and I've heard that about
stuff. Like, I used to be 8 years old. Like, mom, we poor, but we gonna be poor forever. Like, at 8. We ain't poor. You got everything you want, don't you?
Yeah.
You got food in your mouth. You got a roof over your head. Boy, shut up. We ain't poor.
Yeah. So she taught you appreciation early, too.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah.
You had a bigger vision, though.
But I'm like, yeah, well, you ain't got to call with the big rims, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we won't go pocket for money, though. You know what I'm saying? We poor, you know what I'm saying?
My mom got dope.
I get it, though. Don't worry about it.
That's crazy, man. My mom would have a hoopty as a Toyota we call Betsy. Faded tan.
My mom had a Betsy.
Yeah, a Betsy. And she would pull up to school. And when we missed the bus, she would pull up to school. And we was hitting this number like, wait till everybody walk by. Your car, mama, don't look like everybody else's car. So we would get out the car. And I get out the car. We remember getting the car. Like, mama, so nobody, and we heard him get in the crowd. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. So we didn't grow up with, my mom worked hard for her. We had one car for years before when she got the new car pulled up, we was ecstatic. I got looked at funny because my mom only bought Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So until I got around some of my friends in 6th, 7th, they started looking out for me and started putting me on things. And then, girls obviously, this and that. Oh, you're nice. Oh, you're a good guy. You're cool. But, it was always something because I didn't look like him or I didn't walk like him. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy was everybody they wanted to rock with or they thought was this wanted to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm over here not accepting that because I don't look like y'all. Y'all get all the women. Y'all get the attention. Y'all get, I don't get none of that. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else said, bro, you was always different. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard when people don't understand you.
When you go without or in a household like that, the one thing you got in the household is each other.
Each other, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you learn. Like me.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how to have my own shit because I never had my own shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be alone because I never had my own space.
Yeah, me too.
I never been alone. I don't like being alone.
Me too.
So I never been alone. Like I never had my own room before.
Yeah.
I didn't get my own room until my senior high school when I got to Oak Hill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to share everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a brother that's 10 months younger than me.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get into like, when did it start becoming serious? Like, and what was that transition like when it became serious and you had to go through some hardship and then had to make another decision to take it serious?
What happened was, I grew up football. So I grew up like good in football, playing football.
Were you good in football?
Yeah.
Were you? What position you played?
Whatever position.
Whatever. Literally. He was the old Savell Newton. Shout out to my boy Savell Newton.
I was just an athlete. Like I ain't like, but I'm not like the fastest. I just know how to play the sports.
Yeah. What position, if you could have played football, you'd have played?
Quarterback, receiver.
What would you have played though?
Whatever, because I never played. Like I was like basketball. I never played a position.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to be out there.
I just could play any position, so you can put me anywhere. It's like,
gotcha.
Hey, I might play quarterback, but you might only can play quarterback, so you got to put me somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I go play it. Okay. And I might play quarterback for certain plays or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
another part of your character. Look at you.
Move.
Willing, man.
I like that in football too. Like in football.
Willing and adapt. Two character traits now. It's not easy.
So
willing and to adapt.
It was football, but so I was real serious in football. Like growing up, everybody like I was in football competition, and I only played like a couple years of basketball in rec league. So, but the couple years I played was like, oh nah, he can play. You know what I'm saying? Like I only played like 2-3 years out of all my years playing Pee Wee, like from like 7 to like 11. I only played like 2 years out of those years
of basketball.
Yeah. I played football every year.
And Reggie already seen that you were some special 7-year-old, 8-year-old, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But every time I played in rec league basketball, I would be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like I would be playing, I'm like the best player, one of the best players in the league every year, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, it was middle school, and I was already cool on hoop. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm in 8th grade, and now I'm at that point, I'm in my phase where I'm hanging with the homies.
Yeah.
I'm hanging with the homies, and I'm playing sports too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gang banged out too, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing the hood up, throwing everything up too. You know
y'all gang banging hood up there?
We were banging a set. You know what I'm saying? Well, at this point in time, it wasn't even a set. It was just like a clique.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even no official set. It was just like a little clique, but they considered it a game because you know how they go.
Yeah.
So
I did. My neighborhood was my gang.
So I'm goddamn. I mean, my neighborhood is the West, but in the West is a clique in the West that was formed. You know what I'm saying? Through the older homies. through the guys in high school.
Got you. Yeah.
So I always knew my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I came to school one day, 8th grade. When I came to school, one day, 8th grade. As soon as I get to school, I get walked straight to the principal. It was like, oh, rip, boom. Boom, I get to school, we get in the class, and the first thing they tell me, look, we're going to keep it straight up with you. We know exactly who you are. We know exactly who you're affiliated with. We got pictures of everything y'all doing around the city. This your time to make a decision. Because I'm telling you right now, the way y'all heading, something going to go down, and it's going to be a big thing. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't make a decision right now, or if you want to be an athlete on the streets, you're gonna go down with them off of because your affiliation. We know you don't be doing nothing, but we know you have the influence. Everybody respects you, and if you don't change on what you want to be, you gonna go down too. So I'm like, man, whatever. A couple years ago, about 10th grade, what happened? Rico, the whole neighborhood, all my homies in high school got hit with Rico. Football players. Yeah. They was on football, but it was good. You gotta think at this point in time, our high school was like number 3 in the state in football. Wow. And we go from not losing to now we lost the rest. Like our whole defense got locked up. And it was like 6 players off our defense. Yeah. Like it was like a sweep, like out of the classroom, out the bed, out of work. Most that was in the army, off the boat. Like they come and get everybody that's from the neighborhood. And
people were trying to change, and that past caught up with them.
It was too late.
It's crazy because we don't think that our past can't catch up to us, and we can start making the decisions to change at the right time.
It's too late.
And it's too late because you got to be accountable for all the other things. And that's crazy because I had the same scenario.
I started chilling with different people. I quit from hanging with the homies all the time. I'm hanging with the basketball players all the time. In my summertime.
So you changed your circle.
I changed my circle. They were still my homies. Yeah. And my homies, and like I tell people at the end of this day, like kids, like that's in my situation. If your homie that's in the streets, if your homie that's in the streets don't respect you because of you, I'm at your homies. Because my homies never made me feel like I had to go out here and be on that same type of time as them to get that respect. Man. Until we see people get caught in something because of what their homies got going on.
Or their friends.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it be too many times kids get brought down the wrong path because of their associations and their friends not being real friends. Yeah. People careers and shit get fucked up because the people around them not
being real. But real friends are going to hold you accountable. That's the thing. Real friends are going to hold you accountable. People who watch and say, "Oh, you an adult," or he made his decision, or he with him, man, let him go with y'all. That's not real. What's real is like you said, nah, that man don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Or man, we don't want to have this man in a situation that can jam him up in his future, or we don't want to hurt his family by something we doing and making choices. Like they living with their choices. Right. So the respect level is, this is who I am. I'm in the streets. I ain't changing, but you ain't got to go down this path. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we don't understand that. That is the boundaries you being set. It's like, man, I know I got homies now that tell me, Scrap, we don't reach out to you or hit you up because we see you walking in a different path. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to respect.
To me, it ain't no respect there because it's like, what? Because of what I got going on, you can't be my homie now?
No, it's when I see it. No, okay, so
hey, you can't pull up on me, come sit with me and talk.
Now that's the difference. They won't do that. But if I see them, it's love. We chop it up like nothing. They buy me a drink.
So how are you my homie if because if I was still living that life? And I was still on that type of time, you'll be blowing me up.
So that's why I said they're not my real friends.
That's what I'm saying. So if I was in that life, you'll be, hey, let's link. Ooh, because you know I'm like that. You want me on your hip.
Yeah.
But now you saying I ain't on that type of time no more. You ain't calling link with me no more.
Yeah. But you know how that goes.
You want that security. You ain't care about me for real. You want to be.
Yeah.
You want to like, bro, it was.
They had like Scrap is willing to fight. He got my back. He gonna beat on somebody. He with the smoke. He with this. But then when I started to make decisions, take certain relationships serious, when I met this one female who had kids, and I was in and out trying to figure out who I wanted to be, I was starting to realize the same thing you say, like, man, I can't be doing things. Now, I made a lot of poor decisions in that relationship, but when I started making that decision with myself, I wasn't in the club as much. And when that started happening, niggas like, oh, I don't see you ain't out like that. I'm like, bro, I'm over here trying to figure out being a family man. I don't know how this works, and I'm going through my own struggle.
Good and bad, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta be good.
So she had put me on some point, like even I was selling drugs and I fell back into, but she was like, what do you look like selling drugs? And if you with my kids and they get caught, like she was putting little real shit in my head, you know what I'm saying? And I started thinking like that, like, damn, you know, I ain't never, when I went to prison, I never got, my mom's house got shut up twice. They could have killed my mom the second time, but the only thing that saved my mom was the reading chair. The reading chair has a big hole in it, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't go through, but the buckshot spread all around her. You know what I'm saying? It didn't touch her. You know what I'm saying? That angle, you know, that was a totally different vibe. So when you talk about, you know, people who don't respect you for a walk and you start making decisions, then you start to see those things, you know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful that at the end of the day, man, you have people that was doing things that may have not been prosperous in a good, healthy way, but seen something in you so much that they was gonna keep you out of that stuff.
Yeah,
and that's real. The other people who got doggone only love you because you do what they do or they like what you do and y'all got that in common. Once you break that, we don't drink like that, or you know what I'm saying, or I don't smoke like that, then you start to see who really like to rock with you for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you only like me because, you know, I'm a good time. You only like me because of I know people, or you only like me because I did this. But once I show you me, which is what the flaws, the I don't know everything, I'm making my poor choices. When that start happening, oh, you already know how that is. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nothing to do with you then. They only want you for the high. They don't want you for the low. So you can't build real relationships in that, man. Now, you said all that was going on and you had a choice to make. I had something similar with my coach, and I was on a football team, and he said, well, Sharon, you're a hell of an athlete. I would love to put you on as a starter in my junior year as on the varsity. He said, but you need to make a choice. Are you going to be with the red or you going to be with the green and gold? And he said, make your choice, and I'll see you at practice. You know what I chose?
red.
The red. I got in the car with my homies and we had to go handle some shit.
I know.
And I got in the car with them and made my choice, my decision right there. Well, the choice and the decision, two things. The choice was go to football practice or go get picked up by my homie. And I made my decision to go get picked up by my homie. And I look back on my life and say, damn, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you know, but, you know, you live and learn from that, man. And I went hard for the paint for it because I made that decision. I was a passionate person. I enjoyed that lifestyle. I thought it was very exciting. It was different. But, you know, we have to live with our decisions, man. And I look back so many times and say, if I could have done it different, you know, I would have chose football. And looking at what football would have probably done for me in my life would have been a whole lot better than the decision of hanging with dudes that just made my life a little bit worse and didn't really inspire me to do anything great, but to be like them. You know what I'm saying? To be accepted like them.
When my homie used to be like, yo, we about to go hit this lick. Hey, Sin, take your head to the court.
Like, I ain't get that.
That's how it was for me, though. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't get that.
You know, hey, Sin, we about to go hit the lick. Hey, take your head to the basketball court. We'll hit you when we get back. Never looked at me no different because I wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't call me soft because I wasn't out there doing that. On the flip side of that, something I had to learn. Yeah, being in my position now as an adult and achieving and accomplishments and having my homies with me, I had to learn to not do the reverse thing, is put my homies in situations where they want to use their stuff. That's what a lot of people in my position understand. They want to bring their homies around and but it's like, now I got to think about that. I'm at the point now, I don't be want to bring my homies around.
You got to guard. Remember you said
I got to protect them now.
You got to protect your image.
Not even my image.
No,
too. Because I'm gonna say why, because they don't know they don't know what's going on out here. They don't know how to interact and this
move differently.
So, you know, if I take some homies certain place, they ready to rob something. Yeah. They ready to, you know what I'm saying?
I had homies I bring them around my white boy.
Somebody ready to run down on everybody.
He rich.
We go, you feel me? Like, I take them around somebody sitting there with an arm on, we on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We go to the strip club somewhere or something and somebody mess around and throw too much money in there, we own it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to start learning to protect my homies so they ain't got to risk that.
So you was talking about your homies and things like that, man. It's real that you say all that because I had the same situation growing up when I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trying to still like hang out with my white people, my rich white people, because I ain't know nothing about that. So when I started building friendships with different cultures and different, you know, just like you, it was just the woodland. All I knew was the woodland. I didn't know nothing about Northeast or all of Northeast or this side of town, which was a cultural change where like, oh, these people are like Section 8 and oh, they hood and and I don't know the difference. Right. I'm like, man, I just grew up in the suburb. I don't know. My mom worked hard. I don't know. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then you go to different schools that pick at you because of how you dress or where you grow. Going with my white friends, when I used to have some cool white friends that smoke weed, and I would think, okay, I'm gonna put my homie who sell weed in some dank with some white people. And this is crazy because I thought I was doing a good thing. Oh, well, my white friends need weed and my homeboys sell weed, so I'll put them together and we all winning. But that's not the case because when I would put him
and Robert.
Yeah, he about to tax him and Robert. This is how I know. This is how I know it was serious. Hey, Scrap, are y'all really cool like that?
That's your people?
That's your people? When they start hitting me with that, I'm like, man, yeah, I had to defend them. Hey, yeah, that's my people. Oh, okay. You know, if he wait, I know. That's why, because if you know what I'm saying? And that's what we don't realize, how much do we really care about people. Like, and when you care, my image was on it. And it's not the image of, oh, they're not going to, I'm trusting my homie over here to meet my friends over here.
Or
and
just do right,
Mom. But because he has a mentality, he doesn't see it the same way that I see it. So his mentality is, that's a lick. That's sweet, right? And what the image I'm protecting is, I'm a good person who can make good decisions and bring people together. But then a part of that, you learn that you can't bring everybody around other people because not everybody's intentions is the right intentions. Everybody, like his intention was not thinking about how that was going to affect my relationship with them. Yeah. His intention was, this is sweet. I need the money. This is a lick. Scrap will be all right. They'll be okay. And he justifies it. So when I see that, I'm like, nah. Because if I do that to them, Mommy, this dude robbed me. It was Sharon's friend, and it comes back on me because I'm in the middle of it. So what matters is, okay, let him know these people do mean something to me. They may not have been my A1 day ones, but because these people trust me and built a relationship with me, let me in their house, then why would I let him violate that when I earned that? You know, I put in that respect. We've been through our own journey over here. So when you say that, man, I think, you know, that's helped you out a lot and continue to help you and grow. And I think that's something that displays a level of wisdom, love, and respect. But, man, after going through all that with your friends and all that, when you were in 10th grade and now 11th grade, when does it start to be the reality of the McDonald's All-American?
I wasn't an official American. I was a nominee, but
okay.
It turned my grandma passed. What happened with my grandma, I was in 11th and my 10th grade year going to my 11th grade. All-American camp, I missed it. BSing around.
Yeah.
Woke up late, missed the flight. But morning, my great grandma died. So I'm like, damn, man, you know how it is, man, for all that. Like, this is who I live with. This is my great grandma who I slept with, like, all the way till she died. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I couldn't go to sleep at night, I would go get up and get in the bed with my grandma. You know, grandma used to stretch my back for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the way until she died. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, man, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I went in that little slump. But what happened was I remember Howard Freeman came back to camp and he was number 9 in the country. And when he came back and he was number 9 in the country, it just like sparked me. Like,
yeah. So it sounds like the upbringing of being around a lot of that masculine energy, a lot of that gangsterness, that hood, that menace, you was able to harness that for years because they was keeping that in control for you. You know what I'm saying? By not allowing you to tap in and taste it for yourself, they kept it in control where you was able to harness that, where now it sounds like you're about to get into this mentality that we, as people in the community, people around, when they be like, Sin is a dog, man, they be like, man, he a dog on that cold.
Yeah, this was when I, like, my 11th grade year.
So it sounds like you started to find an outlet to give somebody that dog
my
work.
11th grade year was like, when he came back, the camp was over, when they came back, he was number 9 in the country, and I was like, I didn't even go, but I still ended up like 40-something in the country.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? He number 9 and I'm 40?
Yeah.
Man, I'm over everybody. So at that point, I swear, like, I went to my coach because something about over with one of my high school coach. I told him everybody wanted to play him, this high school, that high school, him, that. If we can't play him, I want to scrimmage him. Like, I got a whole list of who I want to play against.
Yeah.
And I was the first team on that list. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm lying. Marcus Strowman.
T. Craig got in this because he got...
Craig, yeah, people don't understand, bro. I grew up watching T. Craig.
Yeah. T. Craig
I never got to play against T. Craig.
Oh, wow.
T. Craig is 4 or 5 years older.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Craig Craig was a senior in my 9th grade year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I think Craig was a reclass.
Because shout out to Torrey Craig from Lancaster as well.
He from Great Falls.
Great Falls. Let me correct myself. I know y'all take that serious, boy.
Put that out there. Put that out there.
I like people saying he from Columbia, and I'm like,
that's my dog.
I may say he from West Columbia.
We grew up, you know what I'm saying? We grew up around hoop with each other. Later, though, not like upbringing.
Yeah.
He was in high school then. When I came up, I think like I said, I'm younger.
But hearing him go to the similar, does that kind of give? Does he even play a part? Not that there's a big part, but that there's hope outside of Lancaster that you can do something.
Nah, because I mean, like, my first reality of that was Ian Miller. Like, Ian Miller from Charlotte when I was 14, 15. I went to Charlotte to a workout, and he had the whole baseline full of ACC and SEC schools.
Okay.
That was my first reality of, like, hold on. That's such and such. That's such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 14, 15, amazed on the coaches that's in. Okay. Like 20 coaches in.
Okay.
Just watching this one person work out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so go back to your kill list.
So, boy, I go to that kill list, and I'm like, all right, bet. So we go first scrimmage, we got Keenan, we go play scrimmage Marcus. That's when he committed to South Carolina.
Yeah, Marcus Stroman.
40.
Yeah.
What Travis Hammond though?
Okay.
What high school?
Travis in Richland Northeast.
Went over there and cooked everybody at that scrimmage. Them and Lower Richland, like 30 ball, both of them.
Yeah.
Boom. Then boom. The next week we go.
So when do you get to the number one guy that you want to kill?
The next week, 60.
Woo! You was building up for him 60.
60. Boom. It was like, I swear, if anybody tell you it was like.
But all that comes from, like I said, man, we're
here before the highlights and everything.
The mental capacity is what I'm getting at, man, and alluding to. All these stories and these experiences are great to the buildup of your mental. You had a mental edge. They said, those who want to be successful always have that niche of, oh, somebody's better than me. I'm a show, right? And it's not that you're showing it like you need that validation. It's your validation within yourself that I know I'm better than that individual. And if that's the standard, then let me go and show you that, let me be better than whatever standard you set. Let me elevate past.
I was raised off of, in order to make a name, you got to take a name. Like, if you want a name, you got to go get somebody's name. Yeah. So my high school coach put me on that from, I was in 9th grade, and it was Justin Dawson from Greenville. And he was number one in 9th grade. But everywhere we would go, I'm cooking, and he's still number one.
Not satisfied. My coach still hungry.
My coach like, bro, listen, bro, in order to make a name, you got to take a name, bro. You got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet. Summer come, every tournament we had. Like, I'm playing everywhere you go. Yeah. Like, that's where he at. I want to play there.
But he was the standard.
I was playing 15. He was playing up. I'm playing up there. Yeah. I'm playing up this.
But he was the standard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm chasing the ball.
And that's okay.
That's life, though. That's gold.
Yeah,
that's how you keep climbing. If you don't have nothing up here to chase, how you gonna get there? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have a bar, it's air. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have something to get there to keep you climbing. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. So when you go and do all that, tell me what Oak Hill experience is like, and then
Oak Hill, bro. Oak Hill was like.
How was that? Now, how was that for a cultural shock? Where was Oak Hill located?
Virginia.
How was that finally getting completely out of Lancaster?
It was completely different for me.
How did that affect you? How you grew up and now you're changing with different people?
I didn't want to leave. Like, it wasn't like a thing where I was like, I want to leave.
Yeah.
It was a thing where, like, I had to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a comfort zone and you had to break. You didn't want to break out that comfort zone.
Why do I want to leave? I'm selling this gym out every night. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm him here. Yeah. Why would I want to leave that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
just like you said.
And not even that. Like, I'm playing with my families and friends. Like, I'm playing with these people I've been playing with since I started playing basketball. I don't want to. These are the last years I'm going to play with them. I don't want to leave. I cried when I had to leave. Yeah. To my team, I told them, like, in locker room, I told them I was leaving. Cried, boo-hoo, because I didn't want to leave them. Yeah. So, you got to think, at this point in time, we the best team in South Carolina. Like,
you leaving damn near on a high.
We're leaving on a high. Yeah. Like,
who wants to leave life on a high?
You feel me? We got all the back high. Like, this is the first year we might be able to play Chick-fil-A type shit. Like,
oh wow!
I ain't never played Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Ever. Yeah. I would have if they let me play Chick-fil-A in high school, I would have went 40.
So let's get back on it as far as, you're at Oak Hill now. You're leaving on a high from your city. It's out of your comfort zone. Once again, you got to do what you've already been built to, which is adapt. You know what I'm saying, and be willing. You know what I'm saying, because like you said, you wasn't willing to go.
Right.
So still, it was you. You didn't want to do it, but you had to do it. But even when you had to do it, you made the choice. Okay, I'm gonna go, right? Because you could have bucked it. You could have fought it. You could
I
have.
had to go. My grades was bad.
Okay, so your grades were
I
bad.
went for my grades. Like basically, this what happened. I'm in high school, boom. So it got to a point where it's between me and a girl for these classes. I want to go and retake classes.
Yeah.
Because I'm ahead of the little scale.
Yeah.
So my senior year, second semester, I would have been done and ready to graduate. So my second semester, I would have been just taking electives.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, let me retake my classes. That when I was a freshman, sophomore, and wasn't taking none of this shit serious, let me retake those classes, shit, so I can score less on the SAT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, the higher your GPA, the less you got to score.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, let me go. And they like saying, all you got to do is go back and redo your
algebra or whatever.
Yeah, like when you was young, just go back and redo that shit. So I'm at that point where I'm like, all right, well, let me redo it. So it became between me and a girl that was pregnant. She had missed a lot of time for being pregnant. So they basically just told me straight up, like, we gonna get a class of her because we think she gonna take it more seriously.
Damn, they didn't believe you. They gave it to somebody
else. It was like,
damn.
I bet I'm gone.
And how did that make you feel? Just kind of brushed it off.
I felt crazy. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, the mental aspect of it.
Like, what? Like, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't sold the gym out in 15 years.
And that's when the reality of
y'all done sold the gym out for 3 years.
Was that a moment of you being, for one?
No, I'm going to tell you when it really hit me. The next day I announced, all right, I'm transferring to Oak Hill after the end of this year. The next day after that, I'm working out. If I'm lying, swear to God, God forbid me, if I'm lying, I called my trainer that was in there working me out right now. He'll tell you, the AD walked in there while we in the middle of working out. He said, hey, you're not a student anymore. You can't use our facility.
Wow. Damn.
Like, what?
Reality hitting you in a different way now.
It was like, yeah, you're not a.
You thought you built something up.
You're not a part of us no more, so you can't use our stuff.
Damn, that's
like you can't use our gym, our weight room, none of that no more.
So you avoided all that in your beginning years with the homies not making you feel bad for being who you are, but now you being who you are ain't good enough.
So it was like,
and they telling you now because you're not
like,
here,
what?
they making it, they pushing you out the door now.
You gotta think, man, this AD, man, this AD, man, his son played football together.
A lot of history, a lot of connection, a lot of attachment.
He know me. Like, it ain't like he don't know this. He knows me. Like, he been knowing me since I've been 8
So let me
years
ask you that. So let me actually go back to what we talked about earlier. Do you respect that?
No.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hatred I got towards Lancaster High School right now. Like, man, like, because
of that situation of a choice.
Just 2 years ago, everybody did do my jersey announcement. I had like said a little speech about that situation. You know what I'm saying? And they reneged on everything and said, "Oh, but we're not retiring the jersey because."
I don't think you probably went wise to say anything. Oh, you probably should have waited for them to put it up and locked it in first, and then came in and said what you said. Because once they locked it in, they locked it in.
Next time they came to retire my jersey because I didn't graduate from Lexington. They told me I couldn't retire my jersey because of a punter named Will Bryce. They didn't retire his jersey yet. But like I told them, that's fine. Retire is put it on the football field, not in the gym.
Yeah.
He ain't do no work.
Yeah.
Put it on the
that sucks,
Put it on the field.
Put in the work. Build something.
Put it in the field. I own every stat in Lancaster High School in 3 years.
Dang, sounds like God.
I own every stat in 3 years.
Sounds like Christ.
So it's like, all right, well, if y'all want to do that for him, that's fine. I'm not. He deserves that.
Yeah.
Put it where he plays, though.
Yeah.
Don't put it in here. This is mine.
Yeah.
Put it on the football field.
Yeah. Make him earn it. Yeah.
I've been about in Lancaster High School, we have more basketball trials than we have in football trials.
Influence and bigger than what they could see.
Our football play both sides. They play, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was 1 year, it was like at a 4A high school, too. We had a 1A, like that. At a 4A high school, it was like Facebook announcements about how it wasn't enough, like, lack of kids coming out to play football.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. So you go through this cultural change. They force you out. You're at Oak Hill. Quickly go into that, man, because you have a journey in USC that I wanted to get into real quick.
Oak Hill was just dope. Oak Hill taught me a lot. It taught me how to work. It was the first time I seen people really getting up at 7 in the morning before school, get their work in, come back. You know what I'm saying? Doing that type of stuff. And it taught me how to play with other good players. I was always the dominant on every team I played on. So everywhere I played, it was like, saying, get the ball and we go play off you. You know what I'm saying? And Oak Hill was the first place where it was like, no, we ain't playing off you. We go play off each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be your night to get 30 tonight. Yeah. And I had to learn to accept that. I had to learn. Like, I used to be kind of mad when I only got 10 tonight. And you got 20, he got 20, he got 20, I only got 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that, okay, it ain't my night. It might be my night the next tournament. And I might get MVP next tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, something like that. But that taught you characteristic skills of knowing that when you building a team, when you start to build your family, it's not about will Sin get all the clout or Skylar Love get all the clout. There's gonna be seasons where Skylar get a lot of the love and attention, and it's a roller coaster. It's gonna roll, and there's gonna be days where, you know, hopefully, God, when you get a woman, she gonna have to pour into you, and there's gonna be a day where you gonna have to pour into her, and the season you're gonna pour into her, and it's just always constant is what I kind of learned. But that's part of team building. Team building is teaching you, you know what, just because you're the man doesn't mean you're gonna be Jordan every night. You know, Jordan was Jordan, but without Kerr and Paxton knocking down them shots, he don't win the ring. So everybody got a slice. Everybody got a slice. Yeah. So you go to Oak Hill, and then you make a decision to go to USC. Were you looking at anywhere else prior to that, or? Yeah, it was NC State, Ohio State, Syracuse, South Carolina, and Florida State. And you went back to South Carolina. It's close to home. It wasn't really that, but it was that. Yeah. I been close to my grandma. It was more like, all right, Ohio State, his head assistant, he was from South Carolina, and I had been recruiting since the 9th grade. I had a relationship with them. But the day I was about to go on my official visit to Ohio State, Cam Williams, that was a kid from Baltimore, he committed and took the last scholarship. So Jack took Ohio State out. Syracuse, I love Syracuse because I was used to love Deion Waiters. Deion, yeah. Deion Waiters went to Cleveland. Deion Waiters was like one of my favorite players when I was in college. And I was just in love with the fact that we didn't really have to play defense, but we can just go crazy on offense. You know what I'm saying? So then, but I felt the type of way because when the opening day, when it was time to come see the players and on visit, they didn't come visit me opening day. Gotcha. So I was like, nah, I'm off y'all. So then NC State put me on the phone. Had me and Kennedy meets on three-way and offer both of us $100,000. Like, look, right now y'all commit, man. Look, I do get 100, 200, something like that. But it was like, look, we get this done right now, man. Y'all commit and get it over with. Y'all get half right now, and then half when y'all have when y'all sign. Later, that would. So Kennedy like, shit. Hold on, let us talk about it, and we gonna get back with you. Boom, hang up. We get on the phone. Kenny like, man, I ain't feeling that dude. I'm like, bro, me neither, because when we was on. Nah, I wasn't fucking with him because when we was in 9th grade, they offered Kennedy, but they didn't offer me. Well, you wear that chip hard. I'm just like that. Like, I wear it too. I'm like, I remember. So it was like, the North remembers. In 9th grade, they told me I wasn't good enough. They don't think I'd be good enough to play at their school. Yeah. So now I'm good enough. Now I'm cool on y'all. So then Florida State, I feel like Florida State ain't offered me enough money. It was like, nah. They don't offer me like $40,000. I'm like, why would I take $40,000 when people offer me $150 and hundreds? Yeah. Like, no. And then it was South Carolina. Man, so you go through South Carolina, man. And all Frank promised me was you'll be out of here in 2 years. You'll be ready to go to the NBA in 2 years. And if you don't, as long as you're here, I won't recruit nobody in your position. So he gave you security. And as long as you play defense, you can shoot any ball you want. Man, he gave you security, and we don't get that in life sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We need that. We need to know that. Every other school is a winning school with older players. Yeah. And South Carolina was a school that I knew Frank was getting rid of all the old players. Yeah. I was going to bring in a bunch of young players. Yeah. So now I look at it like, damn, I go to all these other schools, I got to play behind a dude that's a junior, senior. I go to South Carolina, I get to play all the minutes. Yeah. Because he get rid of everybody. Yeah. So I'm going to play. Like, man, I ain't going to sit on nobody's bench. Going back to, but everything that you keep saying connects with your upbringing, bro. Like,
you was being prepared for all these scenarios in your upbringing, and you didn't allow them to change you or to go down and make your life harder than it needed to be. You didn't start I'm sure along the way you made some poor choices and decisions, but you didn't make such poor choices and decisions that you couldn't stay true to yourself and your identity and grow into that. And you was able to, like, when most people would have taken $100,000, you know what I'm saying, you felt something was off and you remembered what he was before. So you had an identity. So people don't realize sometimes the image we portray on people the first time or the second time, you don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on you in the long game. You know what I'm saying? And somebody like you, because of the hardship you've been through and what you worked through and what you know is real love from your community, you're not giving that.
You only got one time to show me something back.
Yeah.
Like, show me something off you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thrown off. Like, instantly.
So, man, man, boy, you got a good story, bro. That's the same thing that it seems like in your life. Okay, they done hit me. You know what I'm saying? All right, they hitting me. All right, so now I'm throwing back, but they're little shots. Okay, Oak Hill's a little shot. Okay, USC's a little shot. But then the body of work of all the shots that you done taken, you keep throwing back, they thought they was going to break you. So now it's, we want to retire your jersey, or now we want this, or now it's that, or now they remember all these things. But now that's because you're pushing back. You're pushing back and you're fighting back, right? So your fight back is not necessarily in the streets, gang banging, how they paint the picture on you. Your fight back is, okay, y'all didn't think I could get here. Okay, I didn't even think nothing big of Lancaster. Now I'm out of Lancaster. Now I'm in Oak Hill. Okay, this taught me to this. You know,
how much you become dangerous too.
Yeah.
When you can start holding the boss accountable to shit, that's when they start looking at you like,
oh yeah, people who are in better position than you hold them accountable. They don't like that.
When you hold people at a higher position, when you can tell them something better than them, like when you can tell them about their job better than them, they don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it's a difference from being a leader and a boss. A boss can manage all their responsibilities, but a leader cultivates a team and elevates the responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? A leader can walk the walk, talk the talk, be everything, but also being a leader don't mean you know it all, right? So as you learning in Oak Hill as a team player, you have to be humble. When you get humbled in a way to start learning from others. I had a friend, my boy Quan, when I was in my men's leagues and I was playing ball. I remember when we was at the 50K tournament, actually, I lost my cool. Lost my cool, emotional, like, man, this is how we play, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, bro, as one of the leaders, bro, you got to maintain your posture. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, dumb that. You know, I ain't no leader. I'm on the team with y'all. You better than me, Quan. You this. So I held him more accountable. And Quan was like, nah, bro, like, I wasn't going to play until you believed in me. You know what I'm saying? You rounded up the troops. You know what I'm saying? You, the 7 players that we got, you believed in us, and we was all like dead. You the one who was like, man, we gonna win that. Let's get down there. You believed in us, and we just brushed it off because it wasn't big money for us at the time. You know what I'm saying? At the time, 50K with them was, and then you break that in 7-8 ways. You know, that wasn't really a lot, and I wasn't getting nothing because I came for free. I just wanted the opportunity. You know, like, man, like Quan said, maybe you throw $50, they're gonna make sure you get a jersey. So I brought my $50, got me a jersey. And I was mad that, you know, I'm the one that kind of put the team together, but I don't get no clout for that. I was just so happy, man, I get to play with these guys. I get to be here, you know, like I'm in Tampa, you know what I'm saying? This is post-prison too. So I'm like, wow, like, you know, this is good enough for $50. The experience outweighs everything. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, you may or may not get paid. I wasn't even thinking about getting paid. I was like, how many people get to play with these guys at 50K, just came home from prison, you know what I'm saying, and get to be a part of it? That was good enough for me. The experience I got out of it, the relationships I built out of it, because me and Quan are still best friends. Me and Dev got a mutual respect, because this is where I think me and you started to later meet in life, because I was at the runs at USC when your junior year, when we played at Colonial Life. And we played with Mike Beasley.
Yeah.
That was
good runs.
Those were good runs back in those days, because it wasn't no, it was smart basketball. You know, no cameras. It was dog. I'll never forget, bro. So this is USC, so I'll never forget. I didn't know Sid like that yet, but had heard of you. But you was it was your junior year though. It was DeAndre out there, Quan, Los. Mike Beasley. It was a good run. And I'm in school. I'm at Tech.
We used to get that lift and come play.
I was at Tech, and Quan would be like, "Hey, yo, you trying to hoop?" I'm like, "Where y'all hooping?" We at USC at Colonial Life. I'm like, Colonial. I'm in class. My teacher, I'm at Tech right now. I'm in class. And I was looking, I'm like, what time? He said, we going up to 12. I said, I get out of class at 11:45, but I got 2 more classes. I'm like, I ain't going to classes. And I'm like, I'm going to get this experience. I'm going to get this. I'm like, hey, man, I'm on the way. So I would leave and not even finish my 2 classes because I was straight. I was like, well, attendance good. I'll get the homework done. But I was leaving class during those summers to come join those runs just to be a part of the runs and see where I met you.
It was good runs, though, but like it was competitive.
But I swear I started to see you was different because that kind of group was like a fraternity, and it was like homeboy talk, but they kept trying to put you as a little boy, like how your homies in the hood, but instead of it like they was trying to little boy you. At this point, that fire was kicking in. Like, man, I remember you threw the ball at Lo. I ain't no little boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lo, what? And boy, after that, I'm talking about this was when you could do that, and it wasn't gonna be no malice. Yeah. I'm talking about the hoop turned to another. I think we lost. They're like, scrap you down. No, this intensity, it's not my league, yo.
Hey, I was like, was you that day when Los and Bees went at it?
Yeah.
They had a buck. They were at it. Play after play.
They play after play. I was there with
cameras and everything. This one about 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, about 6
cameras. Like, I swear, when I was in college, I used to be the person to have anybody come pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Frank was like that too. Like, as long as you want to come to disrespect what we got, like, you can come play. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't care as long as the person coming and treat it with respect. You know, don't come in smelling like no weed or don't come in disrespecting nothing. But he'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? So we always have sessions, and it wasn't just like now the team. Now they just hoop with each other. But how you get better? Y'all see each other every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mike Beasley and talking trash. The same Mike Beasley y'all see on the internet was in the gym with Carlos.
He used to come in the summers and train here with us.
Damn, and I'm talking about, I think he liked that mentality. Yeah, because I think he vibe with that vibe because I ain't gonna say we, I say we as.
But it's a Carolina thing.
It's a Carolina thing.
You just play with that grit.
Yeah, things that I remember. So going into that, your college career was a little rocky in some way. Things worked out for you in your behalf, but you got the opportunity to make it back. Or do you remember coming off a suspension and we was at USC and we was sitting on the bench and me and you was chopping it up and you was talking about he was like he said that's a smart dude because he understood he wasn't gonna make it while some of these other guys are still chasing his dreams. He started working on his next step in life, and so you was just getting ready to start back. It was in December. You was getting ready to start back, and I remember Vontae Schuller. I'll never forget. Vontae Schuller was at Ole Miss and walked up to you like, "Yeah, I can dunk." He's like, "What is that gonna do?" You know, and I used to listen to you because your mentality was already different. The young kid was, "Oh, I can dunk, or I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna see you at Ole Miss." And he's like, "Bro, I'm about to rock. I'm about to rock out the tournament, and then I'm going into the league." Yeah, he said, "You can dunk."
Yeah, I was already gone.
Yeah, you was like, "Man, you dunking. It gonna be bigger than that." So at the end of the day, man, we're going into this next chapter of the journey, man. We're right now, man. Man, this journey so far has just sound like a lot of tribulations, a lot of ups and downs, man. I said it earlier at the beginning. The story of your life is, man, God is filtering out a lot of different things. So now we're into this next punches coming at you, this next obstacle where y'all are getting ready to make the bid into the NCAA tournament. Tell me about that run where y'all even already in it? Y'all had to win the SEC tournament first, right?
No.
Okay, y'all had won enough to be able to
get number 2 seed.
Okay.
Yeah, like, okay. And it was like,
did y'all win the SEC tournament?
We lost first round.
Yeah, I think y'all got
first round. Well, not our first round. We lost the first round. We was in the high seed. So the high seed, you missed the first 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Our first game we played. We were the top 4 seed.
Yeah.
Top 4 seeds, you missed the first 2.
Oh, this is an SEC tournament.
SEC tournament. We played the third round and we lost to Alabama.
So how did you feel after y'all lost to Alabama?
I mean, we knew we was in because of we was number 2 seed. We didn't lose nobody.
Yeah. So was there a certain level of comfortability that y'all, when y'all lost, but when y'all lost to Alabama, did that kind of like reinvigorate another fire that you needed to go into the tournament, or
No.
what was your mentality going in from that to that? Like, I'm just curious, what was the mentality?
Shit, just see what happened next. Like, what's next? Like, it was more like, and what's next? Like, we know we playing postseason.
Yeah,
that's obvious. So let's see what. Let's see who.
Playing with house money now.
Yeah, like, let's see what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? So, well, we got down. I remember we sitting at the watch party, watching the boom boom. Everybody go crazy. We celebrate. But then we had Marquette. We like. I remember then we started watching film. Next day we watching film on them.
How was that behind the scenes? Share that. Can we get a little taste of that? What's that like when y'all watching the watch party and then they show y'all go up? You know, were y'all excited? Were y'all, what was you like?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I ain't really like Kumba like that type of person.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, bet it's on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me, it's more like, because you got to think, I'm chasing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to think, like, bro, I missed the all-time leading score because I was suspended. Yeah. You want to be real, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm chasing stuff.
All-time leading scorer at USC?
Yeah. I'm chasing stuff.
So you like number 2?
I'm number 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then part of you is itching, knowing.
2, number 3. Like,
and you know you
like,
could
we all, like, if I don't get suspended,
you got that all the time.
I'm all the time if I don't get suspended.
Yeah.
So I'm chasing stuff. I'm trying to get those games back. I missed 7 games. So I'm trying to get those 7 games back that I just got suspended for. So I'm like, all right, bet it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all right, bet who we got? All right, bet Marquette come. We watching film, and we watching that film, we like, oh, we got us one. Like, and we doing our history, like, okay, South Carolina never won an NCAA tournament game. They the worst upset in NCAA history. They lost number 16 seed, lost to number 2 seed. I mean, number 2 seed lost to number 16 seed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all was what, 16?
We were the 7th seed.
Oh,
I'm talking about
in history.
In history.
Okay.
Like, the last time they won an NCAA tournament game was like the 70s.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, we won one game. We legends.
Already legends, yeah.
One game is like forever.
Yeah.
We the bar.
Yeah.
For one game. So we watch the film. We literally just locked in on that one game. We ain't thinking about no run.
So y'all stayed in the moment.
We ain't trying to win no goddamn championship. We trying to win that one game.
Yeah.
Cause that one game, we good.
Yeah.
We straight. You know what I'm saying? We got secured.
Okay. So y'all go and play Marquette. Y'all beat them.
We beat Marquette. We got Duke next game.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was in Greenville. And Duke had Jason Tatum.
Duke had Jason Tatum.
Seth Curry?
No,
Jason Tatum. With Luke Kennard?
Luke Kennard, Frank Jackson, Matt Jones.
Yeah. Somebody else in this.
Rashid, Big Sheed, the big man, Harry Giles.
Yeah, he was supposed to be something.
They had like eight NBA guys.
Yeah. And y'all played them in Greenville. So what's going in with this? This is off the top. What's this like? You in the college world, the basketball opportunity, you probably hearing and you know of Jason Tatum, and we know who he is now in the NBA. But you going in with the dog mentality, another one on the list. What's that like going in there with that battle with Duke? And Duke was expected to smack y'all.
It was like we like shit, bro. They good, but they all play 1-on-1. Like, you gotta think, like, we know who they are.
Yeah.
We know that they them. Like, we're not saying we better than them.
Yeah.
But we watching how they play.
Yeah.
And we know how we play.
Yeah.
You know, we like.
Y'all play as a team.
Not even as a team. We talking about everything we do is on defense.
Yeah.
That's all for real.
But as a defense,
we had the number one.
To play defense, you got to be a team.
We had the number 1 defense in the country.
Yeah,
you know
they got to be a good team.
We watching, we like, okay, they play a lot of 1-on-1. That's good or bad for us because we make you play 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And they're the 1-on-1 team. You know what I'm saying?
Either they going to have a good 1-on-1 day.
So
and be
we like, okay, but we're gonna make them work for their shit. Like, it ain't gonna be no lazy 1-on-1.
Yeah.
You got to really work to bring it up, work to get the ball, work to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be hard.
You're gonna work hard to get the to us.
I'm watching, I'm like, okay, when I'm watching Jason, he take one dribble, he shoot. Okay, I gotta make him take 3-4 dribbles to shoot.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
So you doing your homework, you're putting in your work to make a difference.
But we like, man, these niggas good though. So when we saw playing, okay, cool. We go down at halftime. We down 10. I swear to God, you would expect Frank to come in and start cussing and going crazy like he usually come in. He like, hey, listen, man, settle down, and y'all will win the game. The game is y'all to win. Walk right out like that.
Expecting something more.
He gone there. Like, we looking at each other like, what? So we're like, fuck it then, come on, we gotta win this bitch.
Yeah.
Like that, boom, we come
Were
out.
you like the voice in the locker room, or was somebody else?
Yeah, for sure. We all was the voice.
Yeah.
It was like we all the voice, but I was the main voice. I wasn't really a locker room voice. I was more on the floor.
Yeah.
So I was on the floor. I was the coach. Like,
Yeah.
our coach does probably just as much as Frank coach does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I coach my teammates just as much as any. Outside of Frank, any assistant. Then,
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we come out, we win. We got the most points scored in the second half.
Yeah.
In the Duke game. But the difference between our run, though, it ain't me. Like, everybody give me the most praise because I scored the most points, all that. But if you look at our games, Chris Silver was the difference maker.
He was, boy.
Chris was the X factor. Chris is the one that was the difference between if we beat the shit out of somebody or we struggled with somebody and I had to carry somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Chris didn't get in foul trouble and he was able to play
all game, block games, a menace,
do everything, we beat everybody. Yeah. If Chris got in foul trouble, we struggled.
That's
because I gotta do more.
Pick up the
ball. You know what I'm saying?
So you beat. So man, shout out to Chris Silver, man, who's still in the NBA, still pursuing some things. Goals. Hope that's
his name was Chris Silver Thornwell, by the way.
Really? Wow. Yeah. They know that just because. So we got that.
My son.
Chris Silver Thornwell.
Virgin since he
hey,
from the motherland.
So man, we got to get through. We got to get through, man. We running short on time, bro. But you go through Duke. Y'all have a magical run. You play Arkansas or Alabama, and you put up the 2020 game with the
40 and 20.
40 and 20. Yeah,
that was in the season. Now we played.
Oh, that's just
played Baylor.
And then Baylor
had like 27. Then we lost to Gonzaga after that.
That was
I ain't gonna tell you the most scariest game for me and the most frightening game for me. No, I'm lying. I skipped the game. We played Baylor, then we played Florida.
Yeah.
The most scariest game for me was the Elite Eight game, was Florida game, was because we had battled each other all season.
Y'all know each other.
We know each other, and it was never no like we nobody smacked nobody.
Yeah.
And when we beat them, they didn't make a 3, and we only beat them by 8.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they was 0 for 20 something from 3.
Yeah.
So that's like an unrealistic thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it was a line for y'all to have that, and then
so for me, it's like, damn, I want to play Eagle. I want to play Wisconsin instead because we don't know them. They don't know us. It's a neutral game.
And then y'all play Gonzaga. Unfortunately, that's where the run ends. You do a lot of great things. The city was turned up. It was crazy during that time. I mean, it felt like a moment in your life where, I mean, like all the hard work.
We need a Netflix series, bro. They need to give us a 30 for 30.
Call it, man. We call it 30 for 30 right here, man.
We really should have a 30 for 30, bro. We had so much stuff to happen, bro, that season. Like,
man,
we had people get arrested, suspended.
He was a part of that.
Rod.
Yeah.
Rod was with us when he got arrested.
Damn.
We had so much stuff going on, bro. The run was the first time we were all back healthy.
Yeah.
Like, physically, mentally.
Y'all was a scene.
Y'all was a scene. Back. If you look at our year, like people are crazy, magical. To us, it wasn't magical because our first 7 games before I got suspended, before everything, anybody got arrested, anybody started getting in trouble, we had already beat top 10, top 15 teams.
Yeah. So you had a certain mental.
We was ranked 15th, 18th in the country in December.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that I get suspended at the beginning of December, and then we lose 3-4 games that knock us to where we got to climb back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So y'all go through that. I'm sure the journey in that aspect was very rewarding. There was a lot of goodness in that, but not far after that, I mean, more punches come your way because you got to start getting ready for the NBA and the draft and all that stuff going on. So now, not only can you hold on to that, you got to get ready for this NBA journey. So you go, and I would love to hear more of that in between and the process of what your NBA draft workouts and stuff was like. You know, maybe something to share to the kids or share to anybody. You know, like, when they're going through this journey, kind of what are they looking for? And
I mean, I think the most important thing is when you're going to these workouts, watch everything, because they watching everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even when you sitting and talking to the other players, watch your conversation. When you, watch everything, you know what I'm saying? When you go to your workout, be by yourself, kick it, don't even talk. Just go be about your business. I mean, you're on a business trip. Yeah. You ain't coming to be social, you ain't coming to hang out. when you go to these workouts, be in the best shape of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be in the best condition. When you go to these workouts, make sure you know how to sit and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you know how to sit and talk. You know what I'm saying? So
it's bigger than just the skills. They're looking at how you conversate, how you maneuver.
Yeah,
because they're about to invest in you. So they got to know all of you.
They already know you.
They're about to build a relationship. They already know. And they want to see. It's crazy because I got a friend of mine who said, I ain't gonna say his name, but I have a friend of mine. He told me there's two scenarios. He said when he was going through the draft situation, what he did in college came back to affect him in the draft.
Yeah,
you know
but shit, even go back further. They called when I was going through it. I had elementary school teachers telling me they was calling about me.
So, and people don't realize your past. Your past will always come back
that NBA
to get you.
Was calling them and asking them about me, how I was when they had me.
Yeah.
How I was when I was 16. How I was when I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So everything that we do, man, shapes the identity of who we are.
Yeah, you gotta think, bro. Like NBA is like tied into the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if somebody might put millions of dollars behind you, don't think they don't know everything
about your history, your past.
If you about to give me invest $1 million into me, you don't think you about to learn everything about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's called a real life commitment. Even you can correlate that, but go to that, and now you're getting ready to go to the draft. What's that experience like for you and your family, and for you in that moment?
For me, I was just locked in.
Where'd you have the draft thing at? Did you go you was in the city, of course, back home.
The night before, I was with all my homies. The night before, me and all my homies just sat in the crib and just kicked it and just talked. And damn, bro, we here. Like, this is real, bro.
Yeah, it's real.
Bro, like I remember being in high school at career day and stuff, and they'd be like, bro, what you over there doing? And I'll be over there practicing my autograph. I'm like, bro, I'm practicing my autograph. I'm going to be using this one day.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
You was already manifesting.
I always just been on that type of time.
Manifesting.
Like, I always been. That's what I said when I said I was a kid. I used to say like crazy stuff. Like, people like, what you want to be? I'm telling you, like, I'm going to be rich or I'm going to be. Like, we said as kids, but like, I used to really mean it. I used to tell you, like, what I'm going to own, how I'm going to own it, what I'm going to do. I used to say it as a kid. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to tell you, like, I'm going to make it.
You knew it. You had a belief system. So now you get.
I had a woman tell me one time as a kid in church, bro. I still remember. I still remember this woman and everything. I can't tell you her name or nothing. But as a kid in church, I remember we just playing in church, kicking it. You know how we run around playing in church. She grabbed me and said, "Hey, you special." And I'm like, you know, you a kid. Like, okay. She like, no, you special. God got his hands on you. You gonna be something special like that.
That's crazy.
And I still remember that to this day.
And that's an echo, man. That's.
And the man and woman, I don't know. Like, we wasn't related. They were just a woman in my church.
Yeah.
That told me when I was a kid. Just seen me when I was a kid. It was just, she like, God got his hands on you. You one that he take care of. Just as a kid, she told me that, and I was just like, whatever that means, I'm appreciative of it.
Yeah, like, you're appreciative.
You know, and as a kid, you don't understand none of that stuff.
Man, it's
when you go through stuff, you realize God is real and God do have some of his ones.
Yeah.
Because stuff that I went through is people that use that same stuff as why they didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bad grades. Or I ain't go to college because my grades were bad. Or I ain't get to go to this because I got arrested.
Yeah.
So I got arrested and came back and had the best year of my life. Yeah. If you went to prison as an excuse to why you can't be successful, you're making an excuse. Yeah. That's a cop-out.
Yeah.
That's what they want you. You falling into what they want.
Because life will beat you down. You make it to the Clippers in the second round. You about to get a little bag. That journey was up and down. I'm sure is a lot, man. We could talk about it all day. What is it that you've learned in that whole process of the NBA? You know, within yourself.
I can make it through anything. Like, no matter what. Like, I done been through it all. Like, I done had everything and I done had nothing. Yeah. I done been able to call everybody and I done been able to call nobody. Yeah. And still make it. And had to have no type of hurt in my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I wish I could do it different, I tell people, man, leave your homies. Like, leave them. If they're your homies, they gonna still be your homies.
Like, your friends.
Go get what you gotta go get first. Go accomplish what you gotta go accomplish first.
They may not be the same type of friends, but they'll be your friends.
But You know what I'm saying? Because everything they do becomes you. You know what I'm saying? How they dress, they gonna hold you there. How they carry themselves, they gonna hold you there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of time they on, they gonna hold you there. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna be held at anything, be held to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just that, not even just being held to nothing, just you don't need no distractions. You on a mission.
Yeah.
Stay on that mission by yourself until you get to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's real powerful, man. That's real powerful, Sin. And right now, you wrapping it up and getting ready. You're not in NBA. There's a lot more to that, but you learned that it's a more of a political game. But you do better playing overseas. You just came back from having a rough off season with some injuries and whatnot, but you're back right, and you get ready to go to Russia now. And man, that's a big ups, man. I also want to shout out that you are somebody that created that help have the idea of the Met League that's going on here in South Carolina, in Columbia, that's starting to get a lot of buzz. But definitely want to attribute that you had an idea. You did something also in your city with the Country City Classics, right? Yeah. So you did something already.
Yeah, I got a couple of things I got working on. I'm working on an after school program. I'm working on a center.
You got some things.
I got some different stuff.
Yeah. Rob said, don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing all the time. So right now, I
got my own candy coming.
Yeah, you already talked about it. We already talked about
candy coming, man. Y'all supposed to go look at my candy. I'm supposed to look at my candy.
I got you, bro. I definitely get me a bar too. I don't know if you're gonna know that. Sharon spent $5 on candy, but I'm gonna be like, yo, I got some candy, bro.
Yeah, too, man. I'll check out my candy.
That doggone the candy sponsor the Met League next year. How about that?
Yeah, for real.
But we definitely here to support one another, man. Then you have so much to say and so much more, man. Your journey is full of life, full of prosperity, man. But definitely there's a trial and tribulation, man. A scripture that I've been reading lately with the journey that I'm in on my life right now, as far as in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 and 4, and it says, "Blessed be God, even the Father of mercies, and God of all comfort, who comfort us in all tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort where we ourselves are comforted of God." Verse 9 says, "But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, but in God which raises the dead, who delivered us from so great a death, and delivered in whom we trust, that we will yet deliver more." Right? I say that, man, because you are carrying the burden of a cross for yourself, but that burden comes with the weight of a lot of different influences that's impact you in your life, and you hold that dear to your life, which is that chip. A lot of people believed in you and didn't believe in you. A lot of people gave up on you. A lot of situations where you thought you was being who you are wasn't good enough. Some people don't understand you, but when you're different in that way, that's going to be a part of your journey, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think people that gravitate to you see something real in you, see something they can relate with, see something that is real life experience, and you've given a lot of people hope. And with that hope, a lot of us don't ask for this power and this role or this influence, but God gives that to those He believe can carry that, and who's earned it in the way that He's seen it. Your love and your family has been a foundation of who the love that you share to the people that you love. You learn that you can't love everybody the same way. I'm sure of that. You've also been in, certain situations and relationships, man. And I remember you telling me a quote, man, the other day, man, which I think a lot of people are projecting on not just men, but each other. You want me to be something that you really don't want. You know what I'm saying? And you've come to learn this is who I am. I'm no longer going to be something for you when it's really something you don't want, whether that's the basketball or the
I'm not going to be there for nobody that make me uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not natural for me.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy. Finding that naturality is not easy, but you've shown that you have the characteristics, man, the grit, the grind, the willingness to get through anything. You can adapt to situations, but the most important thing is you had a foundation of love, of real love and support to say, hey man, Sin, we love you regardless, bro.
Yeah.
People still check up on you. Those people still care about you. Those are the people that you can go over and hang out and talk to through rough times and be vulnerable with, and they're going to hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you learned that I'm not a boss, but a leader. So, man, your story is like that of David, where David worked hard to become, he was told something early and worked hard to become king, but he didn't work hard like he was just pouring into others. David in the Bible was pouring into others. He's pouring into King Saul. He's pouring into his dad. He was a shepherd, was lowly. Nobody respected him. He stood up for God when everybody was scared to face Goliath. He was like, oh, who's this? That's one of my favorite scripture where he said, who's this uncircumcised Philistine? While everybody else was looking at the obstacle, David's like, hold up, you disrespected my God. You a problem. Went up there with the confidence and they're worried about him. He's like, man, y'all ain't even know, while I've been a shepherd boy, I done fought lions and bears. I've been in the trenches. So this ain't nothing. So that's the same thing, man. I done been in the hood. I done been in the city. I done been this and that. This ain't
but
nothing.
It's a different battle. It's a battle that we don't know. We're not talking politics. No.
Well, David didn't know that too, because when he got in there, the king was jealous of who he was and was threatened by his presence. When David wasn't even trying to be like that, he tried to get David out and tried to kill him, tried to turn people, and David wasn't aware. He was talking to which was his best friend, which was the king's son, the next heir to the throne, which in most relationships, oh man, hell no, you my dad don't like you,
Right.
or you coming for my spot, so I resent you.
Right.
David and him had a great relationship. They said they had a real friendship. And, why is he trying to get rid of me? Like, all I did was love him. All I did was try. But we can't fix people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? We can't change who people are. See, King Saul, when he came, loved God. God changed his heart. They said he looked good. He was the man. He was king, had the money, but his heart wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And David's heart was right. And David didn't look the part. King Saul looked the part. And nobody rocked with David. But David over time went through the journey, was on his own, went to the cave, ran, had to prove to King Saul, man, I could have murked you, man. But I ain't want that. I don't want no beef. And later, man, King Saul's heart was so corrupted from all the things that he did and trying to get rid of David. And David ain't want to do nothing but love. King Saul killed himself. You know what I'm saying? And God told King David that when you get to where you're going, all your enemies, and you're going to be at a peaceful throne. And David became king at 33, and his throne was peaceful because during his journey, the people who was going to be his enemy, he built relationships with and got cool with. And David was like, oh, David king, oh, we good with him. David messed up with the sin, you know what I'm saying, which is some points that we have in our life where we get what we got and we mess up with it. And David had to probably be on a high. And it's like, man, I could get whatever woman, I want that woman. And that man went and got a woman that destroyed his decision to be with somebody that he shouldn't been with, affected his family, his kids, his throne, his kingdom, and everything. And it was his kids and everybody underneath him that threw him out and chased him out. The people, everybody turned against him. And David had to go back in isolation mode. But he was still a king, but in isolation mode. And his son thought he had it, and he thought he was the man and took over. And, yeah, I ain't put in the work. But then he couldn't maintain it. He got killed. And when everybody was left to dry and everybody was defeated from being on their high horse, who did they think they called back to?
David.
It came back, and David came back, just like God said, another peaceful reign. David this time appreciated his reign with it, and they said he lived a peaceful and prosperous life. So I think you're on that second part of your journey, bro, that they're calling you back. You're coming back in the scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing you out the way that I used to see you out. And the fact that you pulled up, man, means a lot to me. It's a blessing, man. And I hope that your story impacts many more people, not just who the people you touch, but that your voice is touching more people once we post this thing out, man. So I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
And that concludes us here at Journey to Purpose, man. When life is a battle and you got to throw punches, as my man said, man, you want to make a name, take a name. If you want to throw a punch, take a punch. So here we are, man. The life of Sin City and the journey to his purpose, man. He is a nurturer. He is an influencer. And I believe he has a greater calling that correlates to the things that he's been through. But I think most importantly, man, he's an inspiration to a lot of different people. And he's wearing that. And he's carrying it on his back, people. He's carrying it on his back and with that chip. So there's a lot of love and passion in that. So, man, respect it. Understand it. You may not like him, but at the end of the day, hey, the man's story speaks for itself.